They called it the gun that won the West, a lever gun beloved by cowboys, ranchers, and soldiers alike. This week on Fun Class Setups, we go back to the Wild West.
The Rifleman.
With a Modern Warfare title, you wouldn't think there would be much content to make a Wild West themed class, but you would be wrong. I call this class the Gunfighter. As a lever gun, the MK2 Carbine traces its roots all the way back to the Winchester Model 1873. Since this class is based in a time before red dots and lasers, we will be going very bare bones on this build. The primary weapon is of course the MK2 Carbine. I decided to focus primarily on speed and simplicity, something that a Western gunfighter would certainly appreciate. I put the cartridge sleeve stock on it because it looks the part and also provides extra ammo. Then I followed up with the stippled grip tape to increase the ADS speed and sleight of hand to again increase the reload speed. I considered putting some kind of muzzle device on it, but it didn't seem entirely period correct, and plus, they all slow down the mobility more or less. I was quite limited on camos and considered just leaving the gun as is, but ultimately I put the Desert Snake spray paint on it. Seemed Western enough. I would have preferred a classic wood stock though, like the Olympia. Speaking of the Olympia, I decided to include a couple different options for the secondary, the first one being the 725 shotgun, which is really the only choice for this class in the shotgun category. I haven't unlocked many attachments for this weapon, so I was somewhat limited, but regardless I wanted a simple no-frills look anyway. I put only the FMJ perk on and called it a day. The second option is of course the 357 Magnum. What good is a Western themed class without a 6-shooter? Again, I don't have all the unlocks I would have liked, but I was going for a speedy, simple sidearm. I added the lightweight trigger to increase the fire rate, the granulated grip tape for stability, and the frangible perk, mostly because it was all I had, but to be fair, the idea of quick drawing and shooting someone's legs out sounds like a gunfighter thing. The perks depend on which secondary you use, obviously. If you opt for the shotgun, then you have to take overkill as perk 1. But if not, I went with Scavenger because the starting ammo for the MK2 is pretty abysmal. For perk 2, I chose High Alert, simply because I feel like it helps you get the drop on your foes in a quick draw situation, and a gunfighter would always be on his toes. Finally, for perk 3 I chose Amped, for the quick switch between your lever gun and sidearm. For the lethal, the throwing knife is the only real logical choice, but the secondary is a wash for period correctness. I went with the stim shot to heal quicker in gunfights. Clearly, none of the operators are going to get anywhere close to an Old West gunfighter, but I feel like D-Day is a good fit because he's a Texan, and there's nothing more Wild West than Texas. That about wraps up this episode of Fun Class Setups. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Like always, I'll leave you with some gameplay footage, and I'll see you next time.
Halfway there, step it up.
Fucker shot me!
Got a personal radar drone ready for escort.
We need recon. Request flyover.
Copy. Jaguar 3-0 en route for personal radar coverage.
We've got a UAV on station, ready for flyover.
We need eyes. Send that recon.
UAV entering the AO. Signal lost. UAV's down. This is Jaguar 2-0. Single fuel. Recalling to...
Enemy UAV